And it's up and running! Hello, we're going to be doing some Ghost Fort. Ghost Fort is one of the worst TF2 maps that I've ever been to. Not because it's fundamentally flawed. It's a fine map. It's basically that one lakeside map. The reason why I hate it is because of Merasmus.
Merasmus is there?
Yeah, that's the map. He's awful. He's awful. The worst boss in this game.
How is he gonna? Does he just like does he do the like hide and seek thing again?
Yeah.
Okay, the map is too small for that. Where the hell are they gonna fit his like hiding spots?
And let's not forget that he respawns every couple of minutes. So he's just gonna spam. He is the spam boss. I really hate Merasmus.
You can't beat. He is the boss.
God damn it, Merasmus! I fucking hate Merasmus.
I'm gonna have to play as soldier to try to compensate.
Nice. We'll be able to do it. Yeah.
Going to direct shit in your mouth. I will shit directly into your lips.
Into the lips.
If you say mouth, it's far more comfortable. This is meant to be a traumatic experience, so I'm going to use the term lips. Your lips are gonna make contact with my chocolate starfish. Your lips are gonna look like a fountain of chocolate pudding.
Oh my god, this is the worst way to have opened any fucking stream.
Yeah, that's a fucking Chris Farley sketch if there ever was one.
I really hated that opening. Can we get into a Ghost Fort match, please?
I thought you were about to say, can we restart the stream?
No, I'm not restarting the stream. I'm way too fucking lazy for that.
Besides, we might already have an audience because of chocolate pudding.
Absolutely not. There are 0 viewers.
The reason why I mentioned that's a Chris Farley skit, because there's literally a skit in this movie called, I think it's called Black Sheep, where Chris Farley and David Spade are hanging out in a log cabin in the woods, and a landslide happens, which causes the entire log cabin to lose traction with the ground and slide down the hill and crash into some trees. And the mini fridge that Chris Farley was opening falls on top of him, and he like freaks the fuck out. And at the end of like everything that crashes, he's like, "Damn it! I got chocolate pudding spilled in my pants!" And then David Spade says, "We don't have any chocolate pudding, buddy."
That reminds me of 13 Crazy Nights. You remember the Adam Sandler? I have the worst fucking relationship with that movie.
Everyone should have no relationship.
I absolutely fucking hate that movie. Yet I sat down and watched it, and I got Stockholm Syndrome from how bad it was. It was a traumatic experience that I tried to cover up with positivity. I hate Adam Sandler's 13 Crazy Nights. And I hate you, Adam Sandler! I hate you, you washed up celebrity! I fucking hate you! Shut up! We're not giving him that much credit, alright?
No, he's a fourth dimensional being who comes into our realm, takes our resources, and leaves. I still believe what Filthy Frank says.
Ah, Filthy Frank. Rip.
It's why he intentionally makes the worst content and worst movies available.
Filthy Frank drank drive and then crashed his car into the umpteenth dimension. That's what happened.
Why did Frank do that?
I don't know. He just got tired of living, I guess. Fucking Merasmus!
There he is!
There he is!
Really, the game didn't even really start, but now we have to work together and kill him.
It took less.
No!
It took less than 30 seconds for this fucker to appear.
Well, I'm gonna go demo.
For the love of... There we go.
Survival.
Yeah. Yeah, take it, you green bitch! I feel like you'd take that little line I just said and toss it to a fucking Zone 10 in time for Poison Ivy.
Oh wow. Spicy!
Spicy, grody, gritty. I love grittiness. I'm so gritty and cool. By saying cuss words, I get brownie points on the
I say
internet.
dirty, naughty, bad words.
I say really dirty, naughty things. I'm a
Oh, he's
bad
phenomenal.
boy. I'm a bad boy.
You are a bad boy. Oh no! I don't want to get nuked. Yeah, he is bombing. Oh no! Oh no! Oh
Yay,
no!
hide and seek, my favorite game as a child.
I
Mostly
find him?
because no one really found me, but you know,
What the heck is he?
it is what it is.
Oh damn it! He's actually healing. Oh my god!
Well, you gonna stop him?
I'm looking. I don't even know where he is.
Dude, he's right there. He is right there.
Where? Nobody's attacking him if he's there.
He's right there. How do you guys not see him? He's right there.
No, everyone here doesn't know how it works.
Oh
my god.
He's gone. You just let him get away. He was right there. I'm looking right at him.
I didn't see him. Why didn't you get him?
Because I'm a melee class. Duh. I can't.
You can open it with melee.
I couldn't get close enough to his immobile state as an inanimate object, Ben.
I literally
couldn't.
did that with a frying pan that has less range than you.
How dare you! I am a more trained. I am a better trained demonite. I know what I'm talking about. Definitely.
DEFCON. Okay. Oh, now the betrayal begins.
Ah! Moon sugar. I love moon sugar.
Everyone loves moon sugar. Don't you think it's funny that both the Beast Races and the Elder Scrolls series are tied to taking drugs?
Indeed.
It's almost as if they're trying to tell us something.
Furries do
bad.
drugs.
Furries do crack. Cat girls are on crack. Scalies just are. They do the liquid version of crack. I don't fucking know. Heroin? Fucking.
Or if anything, Hist is more like ayahuasca, and moon sugar is just straight up like cocaine.
What the fuck is ayahuasca, by the way?
It is a root found in, I think, South America that, when brewed into a specific tea, extracts very high amounts of DMT from it. And when you take it, it causes extremely potent psychotropic trips that are very dependent on your emotions and your subconscious. And you can often have crazy out-of-body experiences, and also experience ego death, and also potentially like meet aspects of nature and spirits of the universe.
Holy shit! I mean, doing drugs is bad, but that sounds fucking. I was about to say that sounds fucking dope, but that is not dope. Dope is a completely different thing.
No, but it is pretty crazy. My brother once took some of it and gave it a shot with his girlfriend, and it was from how it sounds, it was a pretty intense experience. I would try it if it wasn't for one factor about it. One of the main side effects while you're going through like the extreme psychotropic trip is it constantly forces you to vomit. That's like the main downside. So you have to throw up like at least 20 times while you're experiencing the trip. So that certainly reduces the enjoyment factor of it. But I also know that it gets a bit scary and spooky if you let your brain get too carried away. Sometimes you can just get really self-conscious and freak the hell out and have a panic attack. So yeah, it's a mixed bag.
Remember, audience, only do the drugs that are legal in your area. Do not break the law.
But question for you, Ben, just real quick.
Like,
I'm not really familiar with the term. What is ego death?
what is ego death? What is
What is what?
ego death? What is
ego death is when you finally get to have a perspective from no longer being yourself. And from what I mean, it's not like you gain a new personality or anything. It's just you dissociate from what it feels like to be who you are as an individual, and you get to look at yourself from a third-person perspective. Kind of like looking at yourself from the eyes of another, but more like you're disconnected from life and being a living being, and you more look at it from a more unbiased perspective, where you are just a part of the universe, or an inanimate object, or something that just observes, and you get to you lose the ego, and you're just kind of just this outside preceptor who's looking in on themselves and the world around them with an entirely fresh, untainted perspective. And it can be very eye-opening for a lot of people, and some people say it's helped them get perspective on their life. It's helped them understand life with deeper meaning, have more value in it, and it sometimes just helps people deal with trauma, because they're gonna be like, oh yeah, life sucks, but like I know that like I can just shed my mortal coil someday and just be free from it all.
That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. I mean, what else am I supposed to say? Like,
no, that is interesting. Ego death is a crazy experience from what I've heard.
Do you think that ego death is something important? Like,
I mean, it's something that I would just say it's a perspective shift. You no longer think about things from the perspective of the self. You look at them from the outside, and like an observer looking inwards, and it can change your whole view on life.
I suppose the question is an external perspective more important than an internal perspective?
I mean, it depends on who you are, really.
Yeah.
Some people might freak you out, might be like, oh, this doesn't feel right. I feel like I lost connection to something important, my body. Because usually, to experience ego death, or before experiencing ego death, you feel something called like the rising, or you essentially start leaving your body. Like you feel like a spirit leaving your body, and usually that initial feeling is enough to freak people out, and that causes people to immediately like try to do something to like calm down or get themselves out of that headspace because it makes them so uncomfortable. And then some people learn or have the patience to know, oh, I need to give up myself. I need to not fight this. I need to not freak out. I need to just let it happen. And people who are able to mentally have that like willpower and fortitude are able to experience ego death.
Huh.
Well, we know people who ego death would literally kill.
I suppose
yeah,
I'm
it'd
just
probably definitely kill Juan, for example.
No one's gonna know who that is, but that's
Yeah.
that's good.
Time for another day, chat.
That's good. That's a good that's a good thing.
Would literally kill him.
But yeah, that's ayahuasca for you. It's pretty funky root, but its uses were for religious traditions and spiritual experiences. So people who are more open and embracing to it, who have like the right mindset, end up not getting so like terrified by it. They often will say that they experience and meet different entities. My brother said he got to literally meet Mother Nature herself, and she guided and comforted him.
I would do bad things if I met Mother Nature.
Murder Chod! Fuck off, you stupid wizard.
In that sense, Ben, if you do ever experience ego death, is there somebody that you have as a wish list that you would really like to meet?
I don't know if you can meet specific people. I mean,
You need a wish list.
I mean, I'd want to talk to Bob Ross. I'd want to talk to. Einstein. Einstein, like, not for like a dumb reason, but mostly just because I know outside of all like the E equals MC square shit and the math shit, he was actually a pretty charming and carefree and funny guy, and people like to overlook that because he had some pretty goofy moments in his life. For one example, he once got so like he would go across the countries giving a lecture on his theories and his whole like spiel of everything that he's worked on, just to like give a lot of other people around the world an introspective to it. But he did it so much, he was like, it was starting to like wear on him, and he was just like, oh god damn it, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. I just tell everyone the same shit day in, day out. I just get on a plane, go somewhere, tell them the same shit. And then one day, I forgot where it was, but it was somewhere in America, there was a man who was, I don't know if he looked anything like him, but he said, oh, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I really admire the work that you do, and I want to help you, because I literally have memorized your entire speech and lecture down to a T. And he's like, oh, really? Do it? And he proved it to him just by doing it all in front of him with no papers, just pure memorization. And he was just like, whoa, that's awesome. That's really impressive. And he's like, because I know you've been doing this for so often, you're getting kind of tired of it. You wouldn't mind if I, like, came with you and did it for you, so that you could just sit on the side and finally get a rest, like, for telling everyone the same shit. And he was like, hey, like, if you just want to do this for me, go ahead. And the guy, he did it, and he did it with a lot of effectiveness. But the problem was, at the end of every lecture, there would usually be questions asked. And one time, someone asked a question that he could not answer, but only Einstein could, like, about one of his theories. And he was like, he pulled a fucking smooth move, because he said, now, you know, sir, that question is absolutely rudimentary. So rudimentary, in fact, that I'm going to have my compatriot over here answer it for you. And there was Einstein himself.
Ah, funny. If I were to experience something out of body and get to meet someone from the afterlife, I would like to go on an absolutely devilish roasting session of some of the stupidest or worst people in history. Could you imagine shitting on the Führer's art? That would be the best thing ever. That would be fucking awesome. I would love to do that. Get that anti-Semitic son of a bitch a nice spoonful of oopsie doopsie, you talentless crack.
He was an absolute coward and failure at everything he did, because like the real reason why everything just absolutely fell apart, besides the disgusting idealism, was literally because he never listened to his generals. Half the time he would, and then they'd like see some minor success, and then the other half the time he would be the one deciding what the army does, and he does not have any knowledge on that, and that would fuck them over on every turn.
The sad part is your father had just let him go to art school.
if he actually went to art school, I bet that would have never happened.
It would have been different, but his dad wouldn't let him go to art school, and look what that does to your children when you don't let them pursue art.
Yeah, you never know.
You have to let your kids follow their dreams. You can't impede, like, listen.
You don't know.
If everyone's dreams got to be crushed at some point. It's just gonna happen. But let that happen on its own. Don't be the bastard who crushes someone's dreams. Reality has to do that itself. Because if you crush someone's dreams, you're just going to disillusion them. But if they get to that conclusion on their own accord, then that would be for the best. Because then there's no one they can blame but themselves. Or just the facts of reality.
funny because it continues to remind me of like the darkest dungeon theory of like. The truth is, it's like, oh yeah, don't like restrain your children, otherwise they're gonna become the next Führer. I think at the end, it's just depending on the person, because everyone reacts to trauma differently, and that's why in Darkest Dungeon there's the whole mechanic of like, oh, they could become abusive, they could become anxiety-ridden, they could become just absolutely awful, or they could overcome it in the face of adversity and become a better person and prove their value, and like overcome that weakness and like, show their better qualities in the face of adversity. And it's like, yeah, there's examples throughout history of people being like telling other people like, you can't do this, give up, don't try, and they do it anyways, and they actually prove something to the world and actually add something to it. I wouldn't count Hitler in that group of people.
No, definitely not.
He is someone who just got angry and then got into politics and shouted angry words at already angry people, and was lucky enough that they were angry enough that they didn't pay enough attention to the other horrible things that ended up happening.
He was a sad little man with a sad little testicle.
Singular, yeah.
We'll never know.
Oh,
Because like for example, the creator of One Punch Man, he originally, like, whenever he was in school, he'd like to make little drawings of characters and little anime action scenes, and he got in trouble for it at school, and his teachers they told him to stop doing that. And then when they showed it to his parents were like, don't try to become an artist, don't try to become a writer, it's not going to amount to anything. And they were like, literally, just try to become a lawyer, try to become anything else, try to become a doctor. And one was like, I don't want to do that, I have fun when I do this. And so they took away a lot of his work, like physical writing work, so he couldn't work on it physically. So he just went to the internet and did it digitally, because they couldn't take it down there. And since he couldn't do it anywhere else, he just made some of the first chapters of One Punch Man and Mob Psycho to satisfy his desires to make this stuff. And it got attention, even though it was just for him to vent his desire to make art. And it became everything that it is today, just because so many people appreciated his art on the internet. Now he is a successful person.
I will say this. While you've still got time, while you're still young, do what you think is fun. And then keep doing it until you get good at it. Practice makes perfect. And if you can make a profession out of what you think is fun, then that is the peak of life. Getting to do something fun and surviving off of that constant cycling of motivation, right?
Yeah. Joy equals joy equals joy.
Yeah. But make sure it's a talent that you can not only cultivate, because not everyone can sing, even if you train a lot at it.
Oh yeah. There's just some things that you can be good at that you can't really turn...
Countless seasons of American Idol have already proved this. There are just people going up that are like, oh, I'm fucking great. I'm great at this shit. You don't even know. And then you hear them, and it's just like, are you deaf?
I'm absolutely fantastic at singing. Hear me sing.
It's just... there was like one that would just sounded like a dude was just high on like 70 Vicodin when he sang, and it was awful. He was like, the river bouncy flow.
Oh, the pipes, they sing. That's not me! Well, it is me, but that's not the act. Fuck, I'm dead.
Whoa! Oh! Yay, this is my favorite minigame!
Swim for Merasmus!
Everyone gets to swim around, and we get third person. I like this. I wish there was more of this in the game.
Give me a water level. Give me just an entire
I know,
water
right?
level.
This is fun! Oh yeah, we just bodied the red team. I mean, yeah, we did.
Oh no. What the fuck is happening? Oh! Oh my nuts! Oh!
Hey, P2s!
There ain't a single spell in the great old Necronomicon that could have saved me from that death. I am so unaware of my environment. I am just completely unaware.
There might be a skill in there. I'll check. Nope, they all damn you to hell. Never mind.
The stipulation of every magic thing. Hell. Yeah, there's no actual cost to using the spell outside of the afterlife. Just go fucking nuts. I mean, it's the same cost for every spell. You go to hell. So if you cast one spell, you're going to hell. But if you cast multiple spells, you're still just going to hell. So you know.
Play Baby Rocket League.
I love Rocket League. Yep, I love Rocket League.
You said cock.
I did not say cock. Shut up. No! No! Ah! I'm dead! I'm dead.
We got a goal.
Where are you? Where are you? I want to.
I'm in the air.
Oh. Let's revive. Revive.
Oh no! I summon Headless Horseman!
Horseman! Wrap this up!
Oh no!
Yeah, give me that spell. Oh, I'm full of bones and magic.
Wow, a red team person got it in on their own goal.
Nice. Good job, red team. I
We have a
appreciate.
traitor. They have a traitor among them.
Among Us.
Oh,
What? One of them?
Fungus Among Us.
okay, I'm back in.
Chungus.
Oh no! Ugh! Today I am a god.
I love the personality they put into the little characters of this very ancient game. How long ago was TF2 made?
2006 or 7.
2000. This game is older than 10 years old. It is older than 10 years old. Has like modern quality. It's
Well, how long has Minecraft continued to lead everything?
I think Minecraft is only like a year younger, maybe 2 years younger than TF2.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Minecraft is about as old as TF2. They both came from like yesteryear. It's
Yeah, they came from the early aughts. Video games were better in the early aughts.
Heal me.
yes.
Get that man.
Can't
Oh no, oh no. Oh,
okay.
come on, and he's okay, finally. I'm grabbing it.
Help me!
I'm grabbing it.
Come on, come on, come on.
I'm grabbing the ticket.
Oh, that's magic.
Oh, magic.
Well, that happened. A demo waited very patiently with like a million stickies on the point.
He was doing God's work.
Oh, there's a sentry over there.
Your team has dropped your tickets.
Fun fact about the jump spell, it heals you by a little bit of HP every time you use it. So if you don't need the mobility, you can just give it a little crack and get some HP out of it.
Oh, heal. Heal.
It's basically a little less than a small health kit, which, you know, is better than nothing.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Are there some things that are better than nothing?
Are there some things that aren't better than nothing? Pain. Pain is better. Pain is worse than nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes nothing is better.
Yep.
I would definitely say that applies to a couple of things I could think of. One of them is cringe.
Cringe.
Oh,
Cringe is worse than nothing.
No, not your character cringe. We're talking like the concept of cringe. Which your character is, but only a little bit of the time.
I am not certainly better than nothing. I am better than nothing. It is pronounced crunch.
Crunch me crunch!
I died spontaneously. What the fuck happened? Oh, I know what happened. I probably grew into the wood. I grew into the wood.
Through the wood.
Grew into the wood. What is the worst name you could name your child? I think I asked this question before, but I want to toss it out there again. What's the worst?
Worst name for a human child?
Yep.
I mean, you know my answer.
Say it. I want you to say it. I want you to say it for the world.
It's fucking Trig.
Fucking Trig.
Like, whoever names their child Trig is just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna name his child something. You name a fucking horse. Isn't that funny?
Oh, my kid is named Horse. I've decided to name my son Smelvin because he stinks and Melvin's a cool name.
At least Smelvin sounds like a name.
Smelvin sounds like an insult version of a name. You would not want to name your poor child Smelvin.
If I had two choices, if I had the choice to name my child Smelvin or Trig, I would name them Smelvin.
You would listen, at least with Trig, it's a dumb name that doesn't sound like a name, but with Smelvin, it is an insult name, and you could condemn your child to a life of just bullying if you did that.
I think it's either damned you do or damned if you don't, because both of them will condemn them to bullying.
Trig! Come up with an insult for Trig!
This one is pretty quick because I just did look this up because this is a real name. It's called Alpha Beta.
Alpha Beta. Wow. You don't. So I know the type of people who would name their kid Alpha Beta. Fucking Omega.
Imagine
Well, I'm dead.
I know for a fact that there have been some people named names that sound beautiful if you don't know what they mean. Both female. One of them was Latrine. Sounds like a nice ethnic name, but if you've ever been in the military, it means something different.
It's also a place for shit.
Shit tier names. Latrine.
And the
yeah, go
is
ahead.
an absolutely beautiful name. It sounds like a Greek goddess, right? But if you know what it means, you're not going to name your daughter Chlamydia, right? It sounds beautiful. But you need to know what it means before you name your child Chlamydia.
Ugh.
Fucking Chlamydia.
I mean, you could also just be named some shit like Blanket, like one of Michael Jackson's kids.
That's fair.
Or you could be called Brick.
Be the kid that Elon Musk had, which is just fucking goddamn barcode name.
Hey, you know, Brick ain't bad, all right? If I meet a dude named
depends.
Brick,
It depends. What's his last name to compliment it?
oh, if his last name is shit, then you know.
Brick Shathid.
Shathid is the best. I'm sorry. Shathid, while literally being written as shithead, I like the name Shathid.
It's a name
It
that
is not.
sounds beautiful, It's written as
It has a
Literally written shithead.
Middle Eastern flow, Shadid, right? But
oh, fucking Shafid.
Like, this is a real name? Are you fucking kidding me?
What's the name? What's the name?
Gassy.
one of the
Gassy. Gassy.
Too late for Gassy.
what if,
Poor girl.
if thing with Gassy, if their last name is Butts, then the parents need to be smacked. Gassy Butts.
No, Gassy Crapper! Crapper is the last name! Gassy Crapper!
How does that sound like that would be a perfect name for a girl in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Gassy crapper. Oh my god.
Well, another name that I have seen, some parents in Texas, Mr. and Mrs. Hunter, a perfectly normal last name, Hunter, thought it would be so funny to name their son Booger.
Booger.
Oh
Booger
no!
Hunter.
We're gonna lose! Get in there! No!
Ah well. Booey, 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 booey.
My favorite of the voice lines for the ghost is
My favorite voice line for the ghost character from TF2 is booey. Booey.
He's nice.
Let's do Carnival of Carnage again. I'll stay in here.
Credits. Oh, you got cred. Oh,
Are we still going to fucking Spook Fortress?
Carnival of Carnage. We've already finished the Ghost Fortress contract.
Oh, thank God. I was scared.
I don't want to fucking go.
I wonder about that. When you say someone has cred, does that mean they have credit or credibility?
Credit.
Credit.
Actually, isn't credit like an extension of credibility?
I mean, I guess.
Credit is like credibility in a quantifiable form.
So credit comes from credibilities, meaning to have credit is to have physical credibility.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
somebody needs to look up the root word of cred.
Ah,
I wonder if it's related to creed. Creed?
Oh, there's the inexplicable bearded pyro, which is another reference to the pyro being a woman.
Oh. Is it a bearded woman?
Magic! Oh, I love magic and swords. I love magic and swords and things. Oh, magic! Oh no, I'm being attacked on the streets of Chicago.
Oh, I got destroyed.
Can't have shit in Chicago.
Can't fucking anything.
Why?
No, hold
Why
on.
is it
It's
like baby
Detroit.
numbers?
It's Detroit. It's Detroit.
No, you know, Detroit is the name. I know. It's just
Yeah.
the joke is that you can literally say, insert city name here, can't have shit.
Insert Greensboro, North Carolina. Can't have
Oh,
shit.
did you just dox yourself?
No. No.
Okay, good. You better
We can
not.
have shit.
What?
We can have shit.
No. We only have shit in North.
Exactly.
I almost did. I was inches away from.
I found you.
Found you, faker.
Sorry.
Faker, you're the fake hedgehog around here. I'll make you eat those words.
You mean I have a follower? Yeah.
Recently became aware of a crazy dude who was absolutely obsessed with Sonic to the point that he would pork a Sonic plushie doll just repeatedly for every day for like 20-something years.
Did you just
And
say
he
pork?
yeah, like smashed it, like he stuck his wiener in it.
Oh,
And he never washed it once. So
it's like an actual Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic doll.
It's just an average Sonic the Hedgehog plushie. He just cut a massive hole inside of it. Didn't even put a fleshlight inside
Not
of it.
even
Just smashes that.
Not even a rouge or an.
Someone once asked him, "Oh, do you like have any interest in any of the other Sonic characters?" And he's like, "No, I may think about them, but I never would smash them. Only Sonic." And then they're like, "Okay, so are you like gay or something?" And he's like, "No, I'm not gay. I'm into women actually, and I would like to date one, but I would be able to differentiate them between my love for them and my love for Sonic." Because Sonic is also someone who is equally important in my life.
Now, I personally, when it comes to the Sonic characters, I don't really get the vibe from Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic. Like, they're naked all the time and there's nothing down there. They're like Ken doll people.
Right.
But have you seen Rouge the Bat, though? Have you seen?
I mean, yeah, she literally is a baddie.
She is a baddie. I am just. God
it's been well known on the internet that she contests quite often with people's interests. They're like, everyone's like, oh, you're like, oh, I ain't a furry, but I'd smash Rouge, and it's like, yeah, you are.
I will admit, there are a lot of furry things out there that I'm into. I don't have a fursona, and I probably will never have one. It's just not my aesthetic. I'm fine with furries and all that stuff, but Rouge the Bat can fucking get it. I'm just saying.
Can get it.
Like any sensible man would go after that dastardly rogue.
I mean, I get it. That's how I felt about Yellow Gummy Bear. You know.
Yellow Gummy Bear. Yeah. Yellow Gummy Bear from fucking what? The Gummy Bear cartoon.
Yes.
There was a Gummy Bear cartoon.
When I was young, there was a Gummy Bear cartoon.
What the hell?
There was also,
what the fuck was that like?
A cartoon called Heathcliff, and it had this cat named Cleo.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You got a certain friend of ours to draw something of Catgirl from Heathcliff.
He did.
Oh, he did.
I will never understand why anyone thinks Smurfette is fuckable. I'm just saying the shape of that nose is a little bit too pronounced for me. It's like I don't know why, but characters with like fat dump truck noses, it doesn't work for me.
No, Alabaster, you're starting, like, here's the thing, like, I've seen artists who do stuff of, like, female Mario, and I can't do it. It's just, like, the huge dump truck nose, I can't.
And, like, the only exceptions I have are usually, like, characters with pointy noses. Like, let's see, we've got Queen Hilling from...
oh yeah, Queen Hilling. She got that big snoofer.
We got Queen Hilling. We've got Pearl from Steven Universe. Yep. And then we've got Waluigi. Like, those are the top three pointed nose waifus.
Oh.
That I can
Marry, fuck, kill, all of them Waluigi.
All in no particular order?
All of them. Yeah, I would marry, fuck, and then proceed to kill Waluigi.
What, you want his wealth? His opulent wealth that he got from working with Wario?
It would be a hate fuck that turns into a murder.
A hate fuck that turns into a marriage, and then after you've got like. After you're in the well, then you kill Waluigi.
That's when you get with the Walu riches.
Waluigi leaves no Walu witness.
But I feel you. I feel you on the nose issue because Lady Gaga's hot.
Huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck does Lady Gaga have to do with this?
You were talking about noses.
Yeah.
She has a human nose, though.
Wait, does she have an extremely pronounced nose?
Yes.
She does.
I've never noticed that.
I guess
She
I've
does.
been distracted by the rest of her god awful outfits. That probably explains why I haven't noticed her fat nose. I just haven't seen the rest. I've just seen the rest of her outfits, and I get distracted.
No, I should dress it that way.
Now I need to look this up. I need to look this up, and I'm gonna be the judge.
Wasn't there like a weird rumor like back in the day that like that she was trans or something?
I'm gonna be honest. She does not have a big nose. She has a man nose.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm almost certain that at some point there was some stupid gossipy rumor that she was trans, and I don't think I ever.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's just because she is a person who is comfortable in her body and decides how she wants to present herself in a variety of ways, and so that makes people be like, "Oh, but she's trans then," and it's like you don't know what that means.
I mean, for a queen who isn't a queen, she's got some
not
very good outfits.
I mean, yeah,
I'll tell you,
she's creative.
she's not, because a lady I worked with went to high school with her mother. She's not trans.
What the fuck? How old are you? You went to.
He's a Gen Xer. He's seen a lot.
You are as old as Lady Gaga's mother.
No, it's not what I said. I said a lady I worked with went to high school with her mother.
A lady you work. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not generationist. I am not ageist. I swear. I can't believe I'm getting outed on the internet as being an ageist. Oh
You're
no!
gonna get canceled.
No!
Ages would say.
No! I'm not an ageist. Listen, I love old people. Almost
Alabaster.
Alabaster
be cracking old a cold one with Eric and saying, "I bet you still like the Reds, don't you?" Fascist.
Oh.
I bet you still have memories from the war.
Hey,
I'm gonna go off topic to mention something pretty special. One of the gentlemen that you just heard spoke here is our boy Dada Hawazi, a wonderful artist, ally of ours, an ally of the heart. He's gonna break records soon enough. Or not break records. He's gonna make history.
Cards. He's gonna break.
Because he's counting his cards. No, he. If you could tell him, the kind folks here, Alaboy, we discovered there's something that Rule 34 has a surprising.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about like the potential, like our friends got some actual like business coming out. No, you're talking about the fucking R34 thing. Okay.
I'm not leaking his business secrets. Those are his business. I'm just talking about something that we all collectively have been praying for at night.
Okay. So this entire group is a huge fan of One Punch Man. One Punch Man is really fun to us, down to the point of making like proper fucking fan fiction. And I really like a character in that called Okamatachi. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to commit a great sin. And I'm going to look up R34 of Okamatachi. And you want to know something? R34 has fucking failed us because there is not a single lewd of that character on the internet. None at all. Nothing of Okamatachi.
After, like, literally a collaborative, like, 2-hour-long session of searching with multiple minds and people who are, like, good at finding this stuff, we were not even able to find a single naked drawing. Just all of them.
Not even like the tasteful thing of anatomy or any test like that. No, absolutely fucking nothing for that character. I am astonished that R34 didn't succeed for that character in particular. A very pretty lady. Like, I could understand if it's some ugly bastard sort of character like Pig God.
Yeah.
I don't expect Pig God from One Punch Man to have any
But
R34
there
with
is.
him. There is? Oh my
Yeah.
god! There's R34 of that guy, but nothing of a Kamatachi?
Yeah, no, that's like
Wow!
that's where we're at.
Ugly bastards are popular.
Yeah, they are.
Anyways, we're trying to convince our friend here to make some R34 of a Kamatachi.
Oh, I think we need to convince him, because I think that is on his list of to-do things. He knows that he's the only one with the card and the key to make it happen.
The card and the key. What the fuck does the card and the key?
I don't know. It means he has access.
He's got the deets. He's got the details. He knows. We studied that character's anatomy down to the pectoral muscle.
Yep.
I did specifically,
And
I
soon enough,
I was very tentative.
history's gonna get made. Is there any
And
news?
chat, trust-
Is there any news on it? Our boy Dat Hawazi.
Not currently. I was actually going to work on it tomorrow.
Oh, there is a date.
It's been scheduled.
Well, that's actually kind of perfect because we're going to be doing One Punch thing tomorrow.
What?
No, not tomorrow. It would be on the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be the day then.
Are we having another double date then?
Oh, another double on the same day as my fucking
I
session?
just got done with the contract fight. Oh, you dear.
Oh, you
I'm sorry.
dear.
You greedy bastards are going to have to wait for that.
I'm not greedy. I'm just impatient. There's a difference. There's a difference.
You might have to explain what we mean by the OPM thing.
I literally just said One Punch Man. Oh, OPM thing. Right. RP. We like D&D tabletop stuff. We like homebrewing things. We've got some fan fiction stuff that we do in that regard. It is what it is. It is what it is. Personal
We're
business.
kind of cringe, so what?
We're all cringe. We come from an era of cringe. Making fun of you, making fun of me. That's what happens. Bullying is a part of our lives down to the atom. We bully each other. We bully ourselves. We've been
do a little
bullied and we
trolling.
do bullying. That is how it works. Bullying
do a
is
little
bad.
trolling.
Bullying is bad.
But having a bit of shame, having just a little bit, makes it so that we don't do crime. Like if we didn't have any shame at all, we would do crime, and that's bad.
Exactly.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. The cat can have a little bit of shame as a snack.
It's okay.
I
A
only
little
do
bit of shame.
My crimes are all perfectly legal.
That's not. Well, crimes against nature, I guess, would count.
Any crime that just has a bail on it or a fine, that's just a crime that you have to pay for. That's just a conditional crime.
That is true. If you can pay your bail, you can essentially paying your bail translates to it's legal for a price.
Oh yeah, it's legal for a price. And if you're rich, then it just means it's legal.
Yep.
Capitalism.
If you're a corporation, it's legal.
Creepy Toos, Crappy Toos.
Creepy Toos, Crappy Toos. Holy shoot! I boost.
Holy shit!
Oh! And now that's how many I had. I had enough. I've noticed that people on TF2 really don't like me typing with proper punctuation. Like for some reason, it's been interpreted as threatening or that I'm upset a lot of the times. And I don't get why people seem to dislike proper literary stuff on the internet. Too much text, it just scares people, I guess. And it's weird. I mean, I guess I get it. I guess I get why you wouldn't want to read, but it's not about reading at that point. It's just about like how you deliver it. You know?
Well, speaking of people reading literary stuff that you have written on the internet,
right. This is the perfect time
This
for
is your
self-promotion.
This
Oh
is
my
your platform.
goodness! All right, this is the platform that I'm using. I made a book, so if you were looking at any of the shit that I've made recently, you'll notice that I had a podcast, or at least tried to get a podcast started. But there were some audio issues on the first one, and then I realized while trying to make the second one that overviewing this stuff usually only takes like 30 minutes, and that's not a full, proper stream. So I figured out, I didn't figure it out, but there is a resolution to that, and I'm just putting out a book. I'm just putting out a book. I've released the first thing, which is a nice bestiary with a couple of different entries, some on the races of this world, others on like the various monsters and things like that. And it also goes over geography and fundamental aspects of it. So, if you want a good 300-page read, and
400 pages.
400 pages?
Yeah.
Okay. Forgot my own page numbers. But if you want a good read, for $5, I have a little thing that I'll probably put in the description of my Twitch sometime after this is uploaded, and it will be in the description of the VOD for this. If you go there, you'll find it, and I hope it entertains for a little while. And if it gives you some ideas for any D&D stuff you want to do, any tabletop things like that, go for it. Like, I'm just fucking rip from me, all right? I give you full permission to fucking rip from me for your sessions and shit. I'm not gonna complain because I'll never know, right? So just fucking
it's
do
fantastic. It's fantastic hyper fantasy in its truest and purest of forms.
I want to point out that this guy right here, posted a review for it, which I really appreciate. Though it was minutes after buying the book.
Yep, minutes later.
Minutes later.
I read the whole thing. Read the whole thing.
Read the whole thing in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes tops. Easy read. Just 500 pages of fucking, like, 3 words. Could you imagine making a book that just has like the max size font and just it has like 500 words, but it's like 3 sentences and each page is just a different letter? That would be stupid, but I imagine you could get a couple of bucks off of doing that. That'd be pretty funny. Someone fucking revived me in the pit.
No!
Lots of fish. Jinxed it, man.
How fucking dare you! You've jinxed it! Look what you've done to us! Oh my god! Scream! Scream as loud as you can!
I
love TF2 sometimes. It's
so unhinged.
I love that I can escalate things way farther than I need to. Hey, I did it. He's dead. I'm very proud of myself. I've committed a murder. I'm very happy.
Give them to the strong man! Deliver my nudes to the strong man! We're going to crush them out of existence!
Oh. I got killed by Habibi.
I wonder if I can get him with a crit again. If he comes out this door, I really want to crit this guy again.
The tickets are back. Go get them.
He's got to come out sometime. He's got to come out sometime. That guy was fucking invisible. There's no way he wasn't.
Shit, fuck.
The banana is just so much better than the sandwich. It's kind of not even funny. The only value the banana has outside, I mean, the sandwich has outside the banana is the being a medium health kit when dropped.
I do not disagree. Like it's really good. It's really good for constant recovery. The only time when the sandwich beats it out is when you're like literally a point from death.
Yeah,
Don't fuck this up for us! Don't do it again, I swear to God!
Oh, we get to get duckies! Duckies!
Ducks! Bonus ducks! Ducks! God, I love ducks! Quack!
Fucking.
Are you addicted to quack?
Knock the ducks out of them!
I'm addicted to quack. Funny, very funny.
That is a funny good.
Very
That is
funny,
very funny.
good,
Very
ha.
funny good.
This is your brain on crack.
This is your brain on quack.
I did religiously watch DuckTales and
Woo.
Darkwing Duck. I love DuckTales.
Oh, yeah. What was that one with Daffy Duck where he was in space and it was like oddly sexual?
What the?
Dodgers.
Duck Dodgers, I love that
fuck?
show.
What do you mean oddly sexual? What about Daffy Duck is oddly sexual?
Not Daffy, some of the characters.
The show itself.
Yeah.
Give me an example. I need.
Yeah, because there was like the fucking Martian queen that wanted to.
Oh, you're talking about her. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see it now. I see it now. Yeah.
Which why anyone would ever be
Yeah.
attracted to Daffy Duck is a fantasy in itself.
The fantasy of getting to be with the Martian Queen.
But for those that don't know, chat, yes, there is two different variations of Duck Dodgers. There's the Looney Tunes one, and there's the spin-off show.
Hold on, I gotta overact for a second here.
You fucking God!
There we go. What the? What kind of fucking mood speak did you just throw in my direction? I know that was probably like.
It was Spanish.
Yeah, it was Spanish. I know. just.
Oh, our boy Hawazi posted something very tasteful.
I can't get to it at the moment because I'm doing a stream.
You have to load out and show real pornography on stream.
I'm not doing that. I am not showing. I will talk about my interests all the time, but I am not going to show something like that on this stream.
We will have very detailed and philosophical questions about graphic and like some very raunchy porn, but we are not going to show that shit on stream.
Fuck no. No, that's a bannable offense.
No, unless you're hot.
Yeah, unless you're an attractive female streamer.
You're gonna get me in a lot of trouble. just by mentioning the bias, you're gonna get me in trouble. That's how fucking bad it is.
I mean, Twitch is
Listen, you can only
pretty
get away with
pretty good at showing how biased they are.
You can only
We're
get away
right
with
there.
it if you're-
We're right there. You're gonna get.
Oh shit! I'm drawing attention.
These are not my opinions. These are not my opinions. These are not my opinions. I swear they're not my opinions. They're
become
theirs.
successful
They're theirs.
if you're female, hot, or a VTuber.
Shut the fuck up. You're good.
You alerted the horde.
Now, hold on. There is some truth to this. There is some
And
truth
this is
to
how
this.
Alistair got
Now with
executed.
the recent thing. It has now changed from a pay scale of 70-30 to now 50-50, and it does have people migrating on this.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Listen, there only aren't very many successful people. There's either hot women or Markiplier.
Markiplier isn't on Twitch, you ding dong.
I know.
He's like the.
I mean, occasionally I think he might be, but I know that Germa is a good example. Germa literally spoke up that things were getting so bad. Germa was literally like, if you guys force me to run ads, I am leaving.
That would suck. That would suck.
No, I agree. That would be a massive loss of unbearable talent.
Also, I'm gonna, for the sake of getting a kill on the Headless Horseman, I'm gonna go fucking soldier. I'm gonna go soldier.
But depending where he goes, it might be a massive gain as well. Especially if he went full time on YouTube, for example, which means German clips would be everywhere.
Maybe.
German 985.
German 985. That sounds like an alternate universe version of Germa.
German 985.
German 985.
It's the
Hey,
SCP of
1985, just his birthday. Did I just realize that?
Wow. I don't know. Is he like 40? Is he like?
No, he's in his mid-30s.
Okay, so if 985 is his if 1985 was his birthday, he would be around 35 years old?
I think so.
Maybe 37?
Yeah, I don't have a calculator, and I failed math.
Don't worry, I didn't fail math, I just stopped taking it.
Don't worry, I'm not good at either.
Remember, kids, you can't fail if you don't try.
Listen, I have a doctorate at being an idiot.
That means you've spent over 8 years being an idiot. That's impressive.
Yeah, I am.
Doctorate at your age is impressive. I mean, yeah. Go Googie.
Doctorate, dumbass. If I was given free reign to say some stupid shit on like YouTube, I would have a channel just called Doctorate Dumbass, where I would satire the entire thing and just say all the dumbest crap in the stupidest voice I could think of. Just satire everything.
Okay, so just
Yes,
Bobby.
but you'd be competing with other stupid idiots of your caliber, if not higher. Do you really need that much trouble?
It would be quite funny. No! The Minion Man!
Minion Man got you.
Well, we did also just get a kill on
I
the
can't believe you got by the Minion Man.
Shut the fuck up! I hate the minions!
They're gonna ruin you. Illumination is gonna hear you talking bad about their minions, and they're gonna be like, ha ha ha, ban this person for the offense of not liking our funny little yellow men.
You don't like funny little Tic Tac guys that you post on Facebook? Crucified? Oh man, how unfortunate for you, little guy, little.
You know what's funny
you
to me
don't
about
relate
that?
with you don't relate with what like 30-something moms who can't really parent their kids post on Facebook. Crucified.
Yeah, the thing that's funny about that to me is that like all those Facebook moms and like grandmas who post Minion memes, they 100% have never watched a Minion movie. I know Minion or Despicable Me movie, none of them.
You don't relate to 40 to 50-year-old women who, shit, I had a place I was going with this, but I kind of fucked up. But let's just get out. Let's get out of here. Eject.
And how will you relate to 50-year-old housewives that are just trying 100 ways to please their man?
Listen. I'm gonna try to think of a Minion post on Facebook. You might call me crazy, and I'd agree because I am. It's like a minion, like laughing.
That's what they are. The minion memes on Facebook are the Joker memes of white women in their 40s to 50s. That's what they are. Oh my! I was about to say, oh my goodness again.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! That's what they are. I can't believe I didn't realize this sooner.
Alabaster taking out part of his viewer base. 40 to 50 women.
Yeah, that's right.
Unsubscribe.
I have taken at least 2 people out of my viewer base by saying that.
Yeah, that's what you did, Alabaster. Now be proud of yourself.
Oh yeah, he should be.
I'm very proud of sticking to my guns, being honest with the world, and saying absolutely awful thing.
Well, look, you'll gain an equal number of middle-aged white women with your beard, so don't worry.
That's true.
Listen, they won't be able to see my beard because I disappear into the darkness like a shadow demon.
No, just like Homer into the bushes.
I wonder if I can actually sink into the dark by going far enough. Let me test this.
Yes, you do.
Wow, you actually do. You actually like kind of like an SCP, like you just like.
I think the best part is we can only see your head. So you're just a head.
I am a head and a disembodied hand.
Only one though. We only are allowed one hand.
Oh, I'm gonna blow your fucking mind. Watch.
You're gonna still have a colonoscopy bag in your ass. Oh, homie.
Next we're gonna hear this disembodied thing has feet like Rayman, and then we're gonna get all those simps.
Let me just do something real quick. Here we go.
Please do not actually bring your feet. We don't want this to turn into that kind of stream.
I have taken off my foot. I have taken off my foot.
He is Rayman.
I am a fucking Rayman character.
He doesn't have feet, he has shoes.
Mary fuck kill Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, or Bob from Bob's Burgers.
What kind of fucking... Okay, Peter Griffin kill. Homer Simpson, fuck. And Bob from Bob's Burgers, marry. Bob is a very tender man. Homer seems like he'd be a beast, and I just fucking hate Peter Griffin. I just hate him.
No, Peter's awful. He's literally just a shit human being.
But accounting for the canon that I am just a head, a pair of hands, and like 2 shoes. Do you guys remember the Gumball guy from Wreck-It Ralph? I'm like a little Kirby character. I'm a Kirby character with disembodied limbs.
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
Kind
of sad though.
I really kind of like the mental image that it's like he's got like all the Rayman pieces except for a body. They float around like he has one, but there's nothing there.
I'm like a fucking Hylix character. I'm just a bunch of floating clay pieces.
Why are you sad, Menace?
I'm sad because, for as great as Wreck-It Ralph is, it was treated like a very underrated movie. Yeah, it's one of the best movies of our time.
Oh yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is a...
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph
The first one was a fucking banger.
I'm gonna be honest. It is the first, like, true gamer film. I'm gonna call it the first true gamer film. Everything else was just pandering bullshit. But this had original characters and, like, fully went through with a game world. I really want to rewatch it.
Goddamn, Sonic the Hedgehog, talk about being a gamer.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Get sucked into the fucking gamerverse. If you don't get back into your game, it's game over. If you die in the game, you die in real life.
I really would have loved in the sequel if they went like to a strange corner of the internet and just had a bunch of shitty like OCs in the background, like Sonichu and a bunch of other crap. Could you imagine Wreck-It Ralph and his like little glitch friend passing by? Fucking Sonichu, Ebony, like Dark Hart or whatever fucking name is from My Immortal. It would be fucking hilarious. There's so much potential. There's so much potential. That cast of characters, Disney World. I want gamer stuff from Disney World.
I'm sorry. They instead went from gamer to just like jerking themselves off. That like the second movie was like, oh, let's not talk about video games anymore. Let's just talk about the internet, and by the internet I mean our franchises that we purchased.
God, I love franchises.
French fries.
We own Star Wars. Did you know that? We own the Marvel Universe. We own the Disney princesses.
It really reminds me of that moment in Family Guy.
Bob!
Where
I'm sorry.
The father, where a dad is commenting on a situation, and then against the other guy's will, even though he's smiling, because you can't tell the difference, so say, hey, you want to see pictures of my child? And then shows like 5 different pictures and literally just shoving it in the other guy's face repeatedly.
I love humor that tries too hard. I don't like humor that tries too hard. In fact, that is my humor. I am trying so fucking hard to be funny. And I shouldn't.
So now I need to ask this: what do you consider Nathan Fielder's humor? What genre?
Is Nathan Fielder?
I'll tell you what he is. He's a skinwalker. That's what he is. Nathan Fielder's type of humor is non-humor. He's not trying to be funny, but he's hilarious at that same time. It's...
Oh, that was a slaughter in front of your face.
Oh yeah, we got massacred.
Yeah. So what would you call his comedy? Is it like cringe?
It is a measure of cringe. I was just talking about Sonichu. Chris Chan's on this fucking server.
oh, well, at least he's spending his time. Have they caught him yet?
I don't know if they've caught Chris Chan yet.
I'm gonna look this up real quick because it's literally been months since he escaped through the window. Hold on.
Chris Chan is free. Chris Chan has escaped the underworld.
What window did he escape through?
One in the bathroom during his trial, I think.
Yeah. At the courthouse, he escaped.
Oh damn! You guys turned it factual. I was about to get fucked up. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, Chris Chan ran away from his trial by slipping out through the window like a greased pig, and how he ran fast enough to evade the police fucking baffles me.
He still hasn't been arrested.
What the fuck? Where is he? Where is Chris Chan?
He completely went off the grid. He is invisible.
He's on Epstein Island.
Oh god. No, I don't think Chris Chan's I don't think he's a pedophile. He just did bad things to his mom.
That's right. That would be way too easy. You're right.
I'm still very confused how he got through the window and didn't have like Winnie the Pooh situation.
He's just he's just so fucking greasy. He's so greasy. Also, you may be wondering why I'm saying Chris Chan's a he instead of a she. Pronouns are about respect. I don't respect Chris Chan. I respect every other human by default. Chris Chan has thrown away that respect, and thus I am going out of my way to say he because of that. Chris Chan, awful person. Awful person. I just wanted to clarify, just in case this is seen, and anyone's going to comment about me misgendering Chris Chan, you would respect Chris Chan enough to gender him properly? In fact, hold on, let's actually touch on that subject. The reason why Chris Chan is, I'm not going to say pretending as an awful phrase. The reason why Chris Chan is trans is because, and they admitted this, they thought they would be able to pick up lesbian women. They thought they would get away with picking up lesbian women because of being trans. So the reason why they're transitioning isn't because they feel like they are in the wrong body. It's because they want to pick up chicks. That's another reason why I'm not going to respect specifically Chris Chan's gender. Because it isn't about their gender. It's about trying to finish their gross love quest.
They want a boyfriendless girl, and the only way they could do that is to ones who don't get boyfriends.
I mean, that's correct.
And
but
also,
it's so
his
fucked
widowed
up.
mother.
Oh my god! He did get a boyfriendless girl. Oh, that's gross.
The weird part about that is that saying you're trans, pick up women that are into men, is just the cringe way of saying, you like jazz?
You like jazz? You like women? I happen to be a woman myself.
Yeah, I happen to be something of a woman myself.
Damn, that's weird.
All in all, the internet agrees Chris Chan's a degenerate. Don't respect Chris Chan. Give everyone else respect until they've proven that they are not deserving of respect. That's how life works. Respect everyone except for those who have lost the right to respect. Chris Chan, fine example of that.
Like he said, remember, chat. Everyone's a friend until they're not. Always arm yourself.
Arm yourself with optimism. Everyone's a friend until they become an enemy.
If any video gets traffic, it'll do this. Oh god.
Good traffic, bad traffic. I don't want bad traffic because then I'll just disappear into obscurity, but...
You become more famous.
I believe the term is actually infamous, not famous.
But here we are talking about Christian.
Yeah, infamy has the same power as fame. It's just usually not in a positive sense. It's negative energy. I mean, obviously there are, like, always people who are on the wrong side, but, you know, they oust themselves for a reason.
Yep.
I mean,
my side.
like with what our eloquent friend here said, there is literally content creators that are fully dedicated to just either roasting one person or finding a niche of making a mukbang and then talking about Chris Chan.
That's true. Like, their entire channel is just dedicated to cataloging Chris Chan. I'm not sure how popular they are, but I think it's kind of just a consensus that Chris Chan did something awful and has been consistently awful. Like, you can blame the bullies on the internet for all of the muck that Chris Chan does, but at the end of the day, Chris Chan is an autonomous human. Even if they have autism or have been in some pretty bad conditioning, that's no excuse for choosing to do these things.
I would admit, I mean, I'm not going to say that they wouldn't have done what they've done up to this point, but I am a proprietor of believing that because of how the internet treated Chris Chan and the absolute mindless buffoons who invaded his entire very life and being with obsession and invasion of privacy and just bizarre treatment, I think that did not help. I don't think that helped the lack of sanity.
I won't say it is the intrinsic cause, but it caused a massive amount of conditioning. It probably helped him. It probably helped him get into a position where he would be inclined to do these things. It's still on Chris Chan for deciding to do this sort of stuff, but I can't excuse the bullies who just degraded him mentally.
If anything, to give a comparison, the bullies are the darkest dungeon enemies that filled his stress bar to the max.
Oh yeah.
And then when it came to to deciding how he would react to that stress. He caved. He caved hard.
That's just the way of it, unfortunately. Obviously, me even remarking on my opinions about this stuff, saying, oh, Chris Chan shouldn't have been bullied, and all that, will get me targeted by the same trolls. There's probably, if I get any fucking traction at all, I will probably end up being in a position where similar shit happens. But I at least have the, like, external perspective of, oh yeah, this has happened to other people. I'm not gonna falter to the same fucking mockery that they did.
It's something that I practiced in my younger years. When I was in middle school, I was like, hey, I am gonna just observe everyone making decisions with their life and see how I should act accordingly. And I see people make all these awful, like, fucking idiot mistakes and terrible decisions and choices, and I'm just like, oh hey, now I don't have to do that.
Yeah, like, we are, as humans, we learn from past generations. We look to our elders and see their failings and their successes and correct ourselves to accommodate for those aspects of our lives. And, being from an outsider's perspective, you can look upon situations like Chris Chan and other people and adjust yourself before making the same mistakes. You don't need to be the one to make a mistake to learn from that mistake. But there's also a kind of sense of, you know, you aren't in that position just yet. And who knows, you may never be in that position. So who knows how you'd actually react at the end of the day. But if you are self-aware and not an egocentric, blindly fueling, like, your own hubris, you'll probably be able to look inwards and accommodate and change to make sure that you don't make the same mistake as someone else did. Man, that was a lot of talking to say that don't do what Chris Chan did.
Learn from example, don't learn by your own mistakes unless you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously learn from your mistakes, just don't try to make the same mistakes others have.
Sorry, too low. Couldn't pay attention. What?
Too long. Didn't listen.
What? Where?
Not long enough, didn't listen.
You're right.
Not long enough.
Not long enough.
I'm sorry, I have a long attention span. Can you make that longer for me to pay attention?
I have a long attention span. Could you spread that sentence out over a paragraph, please? Thank you.
Matter of fact, just make a whole stream about talking about it. I can't pay attention to this.
Unless it's a podcast, I'm not going to listen to what you have to say.
I saw a YouTube short recently where it was like, either like a thing talking about like something from Elden Ring, like oh, here's a little secret in Elden Ring, and or some other fantasy universe or some shit. I think it might have just been like a little cute fact, and there's like, oh, did you know about this fact? And they proceed to restate everything that they just said at the beginning of the video, just with slightly different wording. And I'm just like, oh yeah, you just said the same thing twice and repeated yourself, and there's no reason to do that. And the top comment was, me when I need to reach the word limit on an essay.
That's what I was thinking! Fucking essaying. I'm calling it essaying. It's when you just fucking fill a sentence with words to reach a quota. You can say a lot without having a lot to say, and you can say a lot by saying a little. But some people just want to see how many words you can stack into a single thing.
And some people just love to hear the sound of their own voice.
I love to talk. I don't like to hear myself talk. It is disgusting. Anyone who can actually sit through this, I have no understanding of. You fucking baffle me. I will never understand how any of you like to hear me talk. And see what I just did there? I just said the same shit like 4 times in a row. I didn't need to. I didn't need to do that at all.
That's called emphasis.
It is. It is called emphasis. But it was completely unnecessary. I got the point across.
We have to deal with this every day.
You don't have to deal with it. You choose to deal with me. You guys can just sit out of the fucking call if you need.
No, Alabaster, it's okay. I want to deal with this.
For our problems.
You want to You are the type of person who would put up with my bullshit. That's what you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, why else are we? You're the type of person who puts up with my bullshit. No shit, why do you think we're here?
BRB.
No! Another match of this stupid map!
I've already proven that I'm the type of person that will stay with this abusive relationship, even if it's one-sided.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
yes, I feel you there.
who's exactly abusive in this one-sided thing?
Isn't it hilarious?
I'm the abusive one in this friendship.
No.
I'm holding you all hostage.
Honestly, no. Given some of these interactions, I'm pretty sure you're the abused.
I'm the abused?
Actually, it's 50-50 depending on the day.
Yes, mutual and consensual abuse.
This is a very mutually exclusive relationship, chat. You have to be a tier 3
No, Alistair, I'm pretty sure that's just called a degrading kink.
I am not into humiliation. I hate humiliation. Humiliation is gross. Anyone who wants to get humiliated while they're getting sucked, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I understand wanting your balls crushed, but I don't understand someone bad-mouthing you while you're getting your balls crushed. That's completely beyond me. I'm gonna cap on everyone else's behalf. There we go.
Awesome. Ew, I see your head is there.
Of course, it is interesting. But now, when you think about it, with Twitch, yes, chat.
Titch.
It is the new Twitch, the Twitch.
I'm back.
My new platform, the Titch.
What's the sitch?
What's the bitch?
No, it's
Yitch. Utich.
But I don't know what it is about Twitch. They just make it so fun to make fun of them. Especially when you think about them updating like DOS terms of the you can't say simp or anything of like that nature.
God, I can't believe that was an actual thing.
Simp and Karen are now slurs.
You can't say incel. Why can't you say simp though?
Because people got offended. And because Twitch, for some reason, wants to
Hey,
cater to that audience, when in reality, they're not really paying their bills. They're there for that person. And if that person decides to go off into another medium, well, they're kind of fucked.
I embrace my symptoms, though. Symptoms.
I listen, I have a few things I simp for, but I do so quietly. I do so very reservedly.
Yeah.
I don't want my symptoms to link. I don't want my symptoms to link. My symptoms to flow into other people. I'd rather just be a personal thing that I occasionally spurt out, like my interest in Rouge of the Bat or Okamatachi from One Punch Man.
I'm about to say, I only openly simp for Tatsumaki, Anka, and Morgan, so yeah, I get that.
does bring up a good question. We each have different things we simp for. But on the opposite spectrum, question to all of you. Is there a type of thing that you would make fun of somebody if they simped for it?
Yes? Yes with a question mark? Yes. Yes.
Oh, Warhammer characters?
No, not for me. So there's this trope in fiction where, like, lollies and shit like that, really gross stuff. And I do want to say, there are petite characters, and then there are actual just fucking lolly characters. Anyone who simps for an actual lolly, I dislike you on a fundamental level. But anyone who simps out after a petite character, like Tatsumaki from One Punch Man, that's fine, that's acceptable, right? Because they're a full-grown woman in the context of that setting. Sure, they're as thin as a twig, but you know, they're an adult. But if you simp after an underage character, like romantically simp after an underage character, I think a lack of words is more impactful than me actually saying what I think. So I'm going to leave it there. That's my line. That's my line.
So, like, Wednesday Addams.
Wednesday
Addams, yes, she's a teenager.
Who is Wednesday? Oh, Addams Family?
Yeah,
From the
yeah.
Addams Family.
I mean, if you were like a teen and you're simping after a teenage character, that's fine. You're like the same age. But if you are a full-grown man simping after a teenage character, maybe draw it back a little bit.
There was plenty of that when I myself was a kid.
Yeah,
So.
like we all had our childhood crushes in fiction, and there's nothing bad about having that. But don't carry over those sorts of crushes into adulthood, because that starts to get a little weird. You can reminisce about having it, but don't keep it around. Don't keep it around, please.
And I'm glad you what's the word I'm looking for? Delineated and distinguished between that. I reminisce about how I used to feel.
And it's okay to reminisce. Our present is formed by the memories of the past, and that's good. But just don't be weird about it. Just don't be weird about it. Curb yourself sometimes. Sometimes it's good to have a little bit of shame. Sometimes it's good to have a little bit of hesitation. It keeps us from being super weird.
Humility.
I guess the term is humility. You don't have to be like you don't have to punish yourself for having a thought, but don't let those thoughts control who you are. Yeah, like
that is exactly true. Do not punish yourself for your thoughts.
Yeah, you can't commit a crime by thinking. You can only commit a crime by acting on what you think. And you can discomfort people by saying what you think sometimes, but discomfort isn't a crime. It just gives you a couple of labels if you say some sus shit.
In the end, allow yourself to have thoughts and acknowledge that they're just thoughts and they do not control you.
Wow, I wonder if I should name this this particular stream Common Fucking Sense.
A dying breed indeed.
I think we should all agree that bad things are bad, and that it's okay to have moderation and be a good person.
Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock.
I hope that every person on the planet sees this video and then goes into my comment section and then says, "No shit, Sherlock." That would be great. Because that means that everyone has common sense. If everyone on the planet did that, that means that everyone has some common fucking sense, and that'd be great.
That would be great. That'd be so great.
Unless they're the troll, in which case they end up sending you images of those underage girls.
Oh God. That's what they'll do.
That sending those images to incriminate someone is not only the crime of having those images, but it is the crime of trying to deface someone using them. So it's like 2 layers of criminality stacked on top of each other. It's how fucked do you have to get, right?
It is possession, it is distribution, and it is false incrimination. Yeah, it's 3 layers.
Right. What a shit show.
Speaking of which, before I forget, Ben, same question to you. Is there a symptom you would make fun of somebody for?
A symptom? Oh, being a simp for something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm on board with what Alabaster said. Like, yeah, just don't be like hilariously egregious about your interest in an underage character. But for the most part, I am pretty forgiving when it comes to that sort of thing, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's like you have a crush on I don't know, like Clank from Ratchet and Clank. I'll be like, okay, sure, you're into short kings. I get it.
It's
like, I don't really like think they're like. I try to give me an example of something you think I would like bash someone for, because I honestly don't see much I would be disappointed in people for.
Here's a question. Or here's a proposition. I think you would be discomforted by someone simping for Lilith from The Binding of Isaac.
Huh? You mean the character that Isaac is?
No, the character Lilith, the one of the playable characters.
Yeah, but that's just Isaac.
You are correct. That is one of the mental interpretations of Isaac.
Yeah, I think that goes back into the same category from earlier. Underage character. Get that shit out of here.
Right.
Let me think. Who else? I don't know. I literally can't think of anything but like being like a simp for underage characters, which is honestly just kind of my limit.
Yeah, I mean, pretty cut and dry.
I mean, the only thing I can really think of is like, I'm starting to think about it. Maybe it's like, maybe like a fetish character.
Get example.
I don't know, just like a character that's like, I don't know, an inflation fetish or something like that.
An inflation fetish character? That sounds weird.
Like, I'd be like, ha 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 ha, and then I'd laugh, but I wouldn't like hate you. I'd just be like, that's embarrassing.
Right.
Yeah.
I know what I extremely dislike people simping on, and I do it every day. Disliking this. People who simp on religious and political ideology, and you cannot tell me that they are not simping.
That's right. That's right. You can simp for more than simping is loving something enough to like fucking shill for it, to give your money, your savings, your life to it.
It kind of reminds me of that one lady from the rehearsal. She was simping. She was simping for Jesus.
Yeah. Ideology. Belief. People simp for that all the time, and that's what causes, yes, that's what causes war. People simping on ideology.
Yeah.
Disagree with me.
No, you're right. Simping for an ideology. Selling your life for concepts. It's very stagnant, number one. But it's kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe, especially if those ideas are flimsy, or if they are. I wouldn't say not altruistic. Like altruism, non-altruism, they're fine. Altruism's good. It is good in my eyes, and being egocentric is okay. I don't agree with it, but you know, I'm not everyone, so my opinion doesn't matter like to that extent. But
it's like healthy ecology and healthy bodies are good things, but you can go too far. You can become that job for the ideology.
I mean,
you know?
Yeah. So we've got. It is weird to be a simp for ideologies. It is weird to be a simp for underage characters, and it is weird to be a simp for fetish characters. Fetish characters being ones like specifically like for a particular thing, and that could be inflation or I guess I don't know, hyper impreg or whatever. It's a little bit of it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the question we have to ask at this point on the stream is, is there anyone we haven't antagonized yet? We need to get this.
Are you really? Has this been a ploy to antagonize every single soul on the internet?
Get on here, get them ignorant. We need the comments.
Oh, that would be bad. That would be bad to do.
Oh my god.
Granted, I have unintentionally aroused anger from some people, but that's just a consequence of me saying things that are very common sensey that some people just don't agree with. Like, some people think, oh, simp for whatever fictional character you want, regardless of who they are, whether they're adult or not adult, because they're fictional characters and it's not hurting anyone real. And that is correct. They are not real people. But it is still the concept of an illegal character. And that can't... It's still weird. It's still a little weird.
For me, I would compare it to being like, oh, I'm not an arsonist, but I play with fire constantly.
It's a little sus. It's a little strange, maybe, kind of. It's a little strange. I fucking hate Merasmus. Merasmus is so awful.
Yeah. If you simp for Merasmus, you can fucking screw yourself.
Merasmus can...
What's that?
This dumb fucking wizard who keeps pausing the match every, like, minute and a half.
No thanks.
Yeah, it's... Well, I'm gonna say this. Annoying characters, if you simp for annoying characters, you are officially out of the fan club. Annoying characters include Merasmus. They include the minions. If you want to fuck them, if you want to fuck one of those yellow Tic Tac characters, you're out. You're out. Get the fuck out of here.
You're out, bucko.
Yep.
Tell me this. Am I allowed to simp for Meg Griffin?
Meg Griffin is an annoying character. She is basically... She is in a situation where she is unfairly treated. She is unfairly antagonized by the world around her, and sometimes has extreme responses to that. But
and that's not her fault, right?
She just gets the shit bullied out of her. And some people will actually make that argument for Squidward as well. But Squidward from the beginning has been bitter. He's had a lot of shit happen to him over the years, and it is he is unfairly hated by the rest of Bikini Bottom. But he is kind of an asshole by default, right? Like, that's just...
Yeah, like, this is less of a insult towards Squidward and just towards SpongeBob in general. It's like, he went from being a character who is, like, more kind of just a guy who likes his private life and his, like, just being able to take care of himself. He really enjoys that kind of stuff. But sometimes he gets a little self-centered and he gets a little rude and he takes it out on SpongeBob, who's a bit actually annoying. And And it's like, okay, I kind of get where you're coming from, Squidward, but you gotta, like, relax. Like, not everything needs to be so down. But today, he has just been devolved into Meg Griffin. He is Meg Griffin now. He is the character that the universe wants to make suffer. He wants to. The universe wants him to die. Wants him to suffer in a mortal death, fate worse than death, other than just for no other reason other than the fact that Squidward is Squidward.
It's having a character dedicated to just being bullied the whole time is a little unfun. Every so often, the bullier, or the one who causes the misfortune, has to get a bit of their own medicine, you know? Like, one day, have SpongeBob get dunked on. Make him do something actually annoying to the audience, and then get his comeuppance. I don't fucking know. It's a...
I mean, there kind of was in the episode where he was flying around with those floating pants, and then just everyone in the town hated him for no reason.
Yeah, but that was for no reason. That was for no reason. You can't have...
There was one, I think that was very similar to that, but it was one of two. It was a very early on episode from where SpongeBob kept making the ripped pants joke, and then it turned into a song.
Also, I want to point out that I had a little extreme moment earlier in the stream where I was like, we bully, you bully, we all bully, that's just how it works. And now I'm going like, well, yeah, but you have to have some comeuppance for your bullying. I turned on a fucking dime, didn't I?
Yeah, you just circled right around.
Yes, crit vote, yes.
At least I'm acknowledging it, which is more than some people do.
Oh, but speaking of SpongeBob, what about simping on Sandy?
Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob?
Yeah.
She's just an adult and a furry, so I'd say it's fair game. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. No problems with that.
Squirrel.
Oh, another thing. Characters that are literally animals. I would say that's a bad thing to simp for. So let's say you've got fucking Catgirl. No, Rouge the Bat. Rouge the Bat. She is anthropomorphic, so that's fine. She's an anthropomorphic character. She's bipedal. She's sapient. She wears fucking clothes. That's fine.
Like simping for like Scooby-Doo.
If you want to fuck Scooby-Doo, number one, I gotta question how you could put up with that dumb fucking voice all the time. You want to hear that the entire time you're getting pegged? That would suck.
I could forgive Scooby. I could not forgive if somebody did that for Scrappy.
If you want to fuck,
Scrappy can go to hell. Even though Scrappy is technically a bipedal anthropomorphic one, Scooby is actually just a talking dog. Scrappy walks on two legs, and nobody ever pays attention to that.
Yeah, but I would say it's actually worse to simp for Scrappy-Doo than it is Scooby, because he's kind of in that line of not anthro enough, but just anthro enough. No, fuck. That was two entirely different statements, like right beside each other.
So weirdly enough, Scrappy is underage, but like only in like dog years, because also Scooby is technically underage in dog years, because you know, they can't live to be 18.
It's I just think that one of the fucking animal character is weird. Anthros are fine, but animal characters off limits.
I mean,
now
yeah, we're making a distinguishment between Goofy and Pluto, right?
Yeah. Now that actually does bring into question like the little aspect of what about My Little Pony? What about bronies who want to fuck the pony characters in there? I will say this: they are too cartoonishly colorful and sapient for me to feel like that's weird. They are quadrupeds most of the time.
You want to know? So it's funny that you're mentioning this because, like, the one comment I remember was years back that like I will never lose from my mind is I was going to one of my physical therapists years back, and like my father for some reason brought up the topic of My Little Pony, and like the woman who is my physical therapist was just spontaneously like, I really don't like that show, and I was like, oh, what particular reason do you not like? They make the characters too sexy.
You know, that's true. The geometric curve of the characters' asses is uncomfortably appealing. They have sultry, sensual eyes. Looking at you, fucking Celestia. And then there's just a sassy air to them all the time. Yeah. My point is, if a character is too animal, like we're talking Scooby-Doo animals, no good, bad. Don't put your penis in Scooby-Doo. My Little Pony is enough. It's the bare minimum.
Dubious at least.
It is dubious at least. It is just enough to be fucking weird, but not enough to be troublesome, right? If you want to fuck a character from My Little Pony, okay.
Because here's the thing: if you're gonna like, oh, I want to smash like, I don't know, like Rarity from MLP, and then it's like, well, I want to go to the next level. I want to have that in real life. Meets an actual pony. Oh, I don't know anything like it. Fuck.
If you look at My Little Pony characters and say, I want to fuck that, and then look at an actual horse, you're not going to want to fuck that. They are two entirely different things. They are very distinct.
Very different.
Don't peg animals. We're talking about common sense statements that have to be fucking made on the internet. I can't believe that these are things that we have to even consider saying.
There's a reference like 2% of people are gonna get, but it's like, well, listen, even if they are JRH, NBR, it's like, it's still not a good idea.
JRH, NBR. You're right. Not an. I don't think.
Wait, what, Menace? Do you get it?
I partially do. I can't think of the name, but I know who you're talking about.
Do you want me to translate it for you, Alabaster?
Please do. I'm curious.
It's just right height, no bucket required.
No.
Yeah.
That's awful! That's awful! Oh my goodness, I can't believe that there's actually there's an acronym for that. That's gross.
Oh. But before I forget, this question has to be asked to you, Eddie. Say what? Is there, if you are there, is there a thing that someone could simp for that you would make fun of?
Yeah, Hoashi. Is there?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that because some things I might consider maybe a bit too open for everyone else. But I'll come back to you about that.
Well, we'll cover that. We'll cover that in a thing that isn't being streamed. Yeah. Like we haven't already said everything under the fucking sun that is just barely within
the sky's the limit, really.
Except slurs. Don't say slurs. Slurs bad, okay? No slurs. Please, no slurs. Don't sadly say okay. Alright, fine. I won't say slurs.
You're like, why can't I?
The weird part is that the fact that with something like humiliation, and that there's a degradation sub-kink to that, where somebody could literally get off 2 slurs.
Oh, I got one.
Oh,
Arts.
Agreed. I
do not understand it.
despise. I personally dislike toilet humor. Sure, funny joke here and there is fine. But bringing toilet humor and then turning it into a kink,
Right.
that unnerves me to no end. If you like smelling farts, you are one of the people of all time, alright?
I was initially going to say feet, but then the fart thing came up, and I just thought that was immediately like 100 times.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna say it for you. Feet. I don't understand feet.
Yeah.
I'm back, and I just had we just had a brownout. Our everything just shut off.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
What?
They're coming! They're coming! They're coming after us! They're trying to break in!
They heard what you said.
They heard that we're talking about topical things. They're trying to get at us. Quickly! We must set up defenses!
FDA doesn't like us making fun of fetishized toilet humor.
This is why America allows us to own private firearms!
There would be no reason otherwise.
Alright.
Hold on, I have to exit and then boot up TF2 again.
Well, at least you got out of this perpetual hell that is Ghost Fort. I've still got a couple of seconds left.
We're coming for our rights.
Also, apologies, chat, if you don't feel like that when you're just suddenly tuning in and our discussion of kinks.
Yes,
know that we do care about you,
all
chat,
one, all
and
one.
we're putting opinions in for you.
Don't talk on the behalf of my commenters, all right?
We're not
one
here,
of you.
We're not here to kink shame unless your kink is kink shaming.
I will shame people to no end. Fuck you. It is my God-given right to shame other people.
I hate haters.
I hate haters. I love gaming. Put that on a t-shirt, brother.
Doesn't hating haters make you also a hater?
No, that makes you a lover.
Canada is for lovers.
Hating haters is for lovers. That's some downright feminine shit I've been saying.
It says I'm not connected to the coordinator service. It looks like I'm not going to be able to
I
join
have
that.
returned. Hello.
Well, I actually just finished. We just finished the match. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to unbox all the Halloween treats that we got, and then I'm going to call it a stream. So let's see what we get.
We have to finish our question.
No. Where we can cut the question. We don't have to stay here for the next 3 hours talking about butts and stuff.
Ask Little Laird.
I'm terrified to know what's going on because I looked in chat earlier and Ace was very terrified of something.
Oh, no.
So, Little Laird, I've been asking around. Is there something that you would make fun of that somebody would simp for?
Yeah, most things.
Yeah,
Is there one in particular?
Seem to forget
that
the
catches your
idea
eye?
that I like making fun of people. It's very funny. Will I do any of it seriously? No, people are fucking weird. Like whatever you want. I don't think you're weird all the same about half of shit. I think some of my kinks are weird. I still like them anyway. Make fun of everyone for liking them anyway.
True enough. There's plenty of things that I will make fun of in jest, but there are that select very few things that I will genuinely think is fucking disturbed, right?
I mean, obviously, we're not gonna count some of the obvious stuff, like fucking... I'd feel like I shouldn't say them while the stream's still going,
Yeah,
but you don't know exactly what ones I'm talking about. The obviously illegal
The
ones.
unspeakable evils.
they've already been set.
Yeah.
Okay.
We crossed that line
Pedophilia,
long ago.
stuff like that. Obviously, if you like any of that, you deserve to be in jail.
Yeah, if it's a criminal
Anything
offense,
else? Fuck it, I don't give a shit.
pretty much, if it's a criminal offense, don't do it. You can think it, but just don't embrace it. Yeah, I think that's a good place. All the little items that I got from my trick-or-treating, my contract completion, I'm quite content with. And for now, I think this is a perfect place to call the stream. I hope you've all had a wonderful night. I've had absolutely a baffling amount of fun just talking, shooting the shit. And I will see you all next Friday. Goodbye.
Chaos.
Good night.